Capitalist Death Parade! Capitalist Death Parade! Capitalist Death Parade!
Welcome to the Capitalist Death Parade with your hosts Joy Marie Mann and Josh Radio Hedge, a podcast where we discuss the dystopian hellscape of capitalism that we call home. Hey, it's Josh Radio Hedge.
It's Svetlana Babush.
And Svetlana Babush over here. I mean, is that your name now? Did you change your name?
I changed my name for this show. I am here on behalf of the Putin, and I am here to create all kinds of chaos.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. See, I was thinking about becoming a North Korean agent, but the problem is I don't know any Korean names. I don't know if it's because I'm a white dude, but I don't. So I immediately failed my spy class. I just immediately failed.
Well, I mean, Svetlana is the most trite name in the work for Russia. So, I mean, I didn't do much better. I was just
I should have gone with like Kim Jong Josh or something like that. They maybe they bought that.
Like, did you ever see the show Shameless?
Oh yeah.
That's where I got Svetlana from.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, so that's where I got it from. Because that's like one of the best shows ever made in the history of shows. But anyway.
Well, especially if you love alcoholism like I do.
Yeah, I mean, look, I got my husband one of those like whiskey glasses that says Shameless, and I got him a shirt that says Alibi Club. So he likes to drink. We'll put it that way. But yeah, I mean, you sent me a picture from last night. Looked like you were partying it up.
I was.
I am very let me be braggadocious, because last night I had VIP to Club Sofa. Oh, yes. I was there rocking my pajamas with my dog, drinking water.
What's that? You say you were in the Sofa Kingdom?
Yes. My dog and I. Yes, you. We were snuggling on the couch. I was in my pajamas, and we were scrolling Twitter and being depressed about how it's another fucking year. Pretty much.
Yeah. You were like doom scrolling like the ball was dropping.
Absolutely.
10 dead Palestinians, 9 dead Palestinians. Yeah.
Essentially.
That's what it feels like, right?
Yeah. I made a post about this, and it's like every December 31st, all I can fucking think of is tomorrow my deductible starts again.
Oh, God.
And I already have 4 specialist appointments lined up in the next month. And that's all I can think about is like, December, I try to cram in all my fucking doctor appointments possible. But then, some cancel, some get rescheduled, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I already have 4 appointments in the next few weeks. And I'm like, I'm just seeing cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And yeah.
Yeah.
So free Luigi. But anyway, so
he didn't even do nothing.
What's that?
He didn't even do nothing.
Yo, we're going to get to that. Because you know what? Let's just do that now. I think it's the 3rd topic I gave you. It's a girl in a brown shirt.
Alrighty. I have that. Give me 2 seconds.
Since we're talking about him, I just want to, let's just play this and see what people think, because, yeah. Let's see here.
I'm sitting here doing a deep dive of the Luigi complaints, and I came across something that makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever, and I need to get your guys' input on it. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, there are 11 counts in the indictment. The first 3 are murder charges, and then the rest of them are firearms, and then like 1 for a fake ID, right? Okay. And it doesn't make sense because all of the firearm charges require that he possess the firearms in the state of New York, but they're basing it on the firearms that he possessed once he was in Pennsylvania. Okay, tracks. No, it doesn't. because we know that after the incident, he went into Central Park with a backpack, which ostensibly had all of the stuff from the crime in it, like these pew-pews that they're charging him with, right? And then we see him coming out of Central Park without a backpack because he ditched all the stuff. So unless they have footage of him going back into Central Park later to retrieve the backpack with said stuff in it, the stuff that he had on him in Pennsylvania necessarily cannot be the same stuff that he possessed when he was in New York to commit the crime, right? So then all of those charges fucking fall out because they can't prove possession in New York. And it also validates everything everyone's been saying about Luigi being a decoy and not the guy who actually did the thing in New York. Because again, how could he have the stuff in Pennsylvania?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened.
I don't either. It flipped out. I'm not sure. I can still hear it.
I can't. So the audience can't. But anyway, you guys get the idea. That is a really interesting fact that I never even thought of. If he didn't have those same things in Pennsylvania, those charges are bunk. But also, it's like there's, it's so funny because Luigi has become an absolute cult figure, and it would be fucking hilarious if it turns out it wasn't even him.
Yeah.
Like, that would be fucking funny as hell. Because, like, people are, like, straight up getting Luigi tattoos and, like, all this shit. And then it's like, oh, now I gotta get a tattoo of, like, Tom or Bob or something. It'd be funny.
I think it was him. I saw somebody did a photo comparison. They got a shot of him from the right angle, and they then compared it to the shot of him at the hostel where they got that shot. And I mean, it seems like it's him. But again, you never know, because it was kind of crazy that he's just like got everything in a bag with a 1-sheet note that says I did it. I mean, it all sounds a little weird, a little iffy.
I mean, the coat color changed, the backpack color changed.
That's true.
Look,
the straps changed. I remember that.
I'm mostly blind. I know my eyes suck, okay? But I am part of the group that says he doesn't look like the other guy in the face. Everyone's talking about the unibrow. Who gives a fuck about the unibrow? You could shave that shit off. That's nothing. His face doesn't look the same to me. But
yeah.
Who knows? Here's the thing, though. Why would someone take the fall for that if they didn't do it?
Well, okay, so here was my thought. I don't think they would take the fall unless, of course, you believe the conspiracy that everything is like a deep state plot, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, to me, I could see that, okay, let's say, this is my conspiracy brain now. Let's say you're the runner-up for the CEO of United Healthcare, okay? And you want that dude's job. And you understand that it's a cutthroat world where you have to kill tens of thousands of people a year to get your bonuses. And you see Brian Thompson as, well, maybe he's just another customer. Maybe that's how you see him. And so you hire a hitman and you take the precautions, or you pay off the right people to look the other way. But the problem is, if you got a professional assassin who gets it done and then disappears, people are not going to be okay with that. People will lose their faith in the very system if that level of a crime happens and no one is caught for it. So then it behooves those in power to make sure someone goes down for it. Like, not unlike Temujin, in a sense, if you think of it that way. You need a fall guy. You have to have a fall guy. So could it be that this guy's innocent? It's possible. It's very possible.
Yeah, I don't buy that. Could it be that he's innocent? Absolutely. But your theory to me it's conjecture.
Well, I'm not saying that's my theory. It's one of a theory. It's one of a many theories.
And let's just unpack that. Let's say it was someone who worked at the same company, why would they want the entire world to turn against their company so they could be president and CEO of it?
You might not have looked that far ahead. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well,
but
if
again,
he knows,
just a theory.
I
Just-
mean, if
just-
he's ever
yeah.
been online, he should know that that dude, like, is exactly what we stand for as far as, like, you know, him being against for-profit insurance and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. You know, and then people say, you know, deep state and stuff. Look, there is literally no chance in hell that they're going to want this kind of uprising. I don't
think they see that far ahead, Joy. I don't think they have foresight. Like, rich people have no foresight. They live for profit.
No, man.
You know what I'm saying? Instant
But
profits.
again, back to my point. Why would this kid take the fall? Why?
Oh, yeah.
For
Good
what?
question.
Even if he gets money, cool. He's in jail. What's the money good for? Absolutely fucking nothing.
True,
Like,
but he is king
why?
of jail. I don't know if you heard. He's king of jail. He's been using all the additional funds that he's getting donated for his
I
commissary
know.
to the other prisoners, and so he's king of jail.
I know. He's like, you know, honey buns for everyone, dude. Honey buns, okay? Honey buns are fucking gold in every prison. I do not care what prison you are in. Honey buns, dude. You will
Joy.
have comrades like crazy. Honey buns.
Joey
Write it
knows
down.
what she's talking about. She has snuck in many packs of honey buns into jail, so don't ask where.
Look. Well, you know what? Actually, I shouldn't even joke about that because I am going to prison in 2 weeks.
I've been saying that for years about you, Joy, so I'm just glad it's finally coming to pass, you know?
Yeah. But yes, I literally am going to prison in 2 weeks to interview my dear friend, Temujin Kensu, who is currently serving his 38th year in prison, even though he was proven innocent decades ago. I am being given an incredibly rare opportunity to go in and fly out to Michigan 2 weeks from today and interview him in person after interviewing him for over 4 years on prison phones. I finally get to meet him in person. And I'm also very excited because we're doing a meetup afterwards, and a bunch of true crime podcasters are coming out.
Cool.
And so I'll be from Harrisburg, PA. We have a true crime podcaster from Atlanta, Georgia, one from Arizona, one from Kansas. I mean, they're coming all over so we can go to dinner together. So I'm hyped because this man is serving his 38th year when he is proven innocent. And all of us are coming from all around to come together and support him. So I'm fortunate that I will get to be with him. I'm scheduled for a 4-hour visit with him before the dinner. So I'm excited. I am scared. I am so nervous about like they want to know everything. Like they want me to describe my cane, like everything. Like you guys have no fucking clue. They're like, you need to list everything you're bringing, like even a pen, paper, a folder. Like I'm not kidding you. Everything, like everything you're bringing, they need written out, signed off on. Like I've been going back and forth for months to get this shit scheduled. It's fucking bananas. Dude has a perfect record for decades. So why is he still in prison after 38 years of being proven innocent? There's one reason. Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, the governor, who is too busy taking bribes and dealing with her own fucking corruption than to sign the clemency papers that have been sitting on her desk for over 6 years since the day she came to office. Meanwhile, Temujin has a brain tumor and other disabilities and is being refused treatment. They want him to die in prison so he doesn't expose their corruption. But some of us have been given the information to do the exposing for him. So it's going to come out.
So are they going to let you video record or audio record, or what's the rules? Do you know?
I'm actually not going to say.
Okay.
Because I have because of my disability, I have certain leeway and stuff. So I'm not going to get into that, but you definitely can't bring any kind of cell phone, any kind of like video recorder, anything. Basically, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'll get into it in 2 weeks, but yeah, so we're all still fighting to get this dude out. He's been represented by the Innocence Project forever. He has judges, police, FBI, literally everyone you could possibly think of on his fucking side. Even people like Rashida Tlaib. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. She is so corrupt that she would rather this man, who she knows for a fact is innocent, die in prison than sign a fucking paper. And we will not stop raising hell. So I finally get to meet him 2 weeks from today. I am flying out. If you want to contribute to my hotel and flights and such, I do have a GoFundMe, a Buy Me a Coffee. So if you go to Buy Me a Coffee, Joy Marie Mann, and you want to chip in a few bucks, that'd be awesome. It's certainly not cheap for me to fly out there and everything, but I'm going regardless. But anyway, yeah, that's my tangent for now. But 2 weeks from now, yes.
Yeah. Free Temujin.
Free Temujin, hands down.
Hell yeah. Hey, Joy, will you do me a favor while we're still semi-adjacent to the Luigi conversation? Will you pop up the thing I sent you? This one was the best tweet I've seen this week, or maybe for the year of 2024, because this puts it all together. This is from a Dr. Zachary David Levy. He says, United Healthcare just denied a claim on one of my patients in the ICU with a brain hemorrhage, in a coma, on a ventilator, in heart failure, because I haven't proven to them that caring for her in the hospital is medically necessary. Tear it all down. That's what the doctor ended his post with. Tear it all down. When a doctor can tell you that the system has failed the patient, listen to the doctor. You know? Anyways, I just wanted to share that. That's one of the most important
things. Send that
things
to me.
I will.
Wow.
Yeah. That one nailed me in my brain. I was like, wow.
You want to read? I see a lot of comments, but I can't read them.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Yeah. So the best comment I've seen so far, Noli D says, have you tried to get a phone call interview with Luigi?
Dude, first of all, what's up, Noli D? It's been a minute. Oh my God, that would be fucking unreal.
Yes,
I feel like playing like in the background. Oh my God, that would be fucking.
I can pop in occasionally, and I can be like, do 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 do.
Oh my God, dude, that would be rad.
A dream, to be sure.
Yeah.
And then just lots of great comments, people just being super awesome, supportive of you, of Temujin, etc. And then Nola D says, "Hey girl, hey, I'll write to him and see what he says. Maybe you'll get a letter back. I don't know. He's got to be loaded with fan mail right now."
Oh my God, he probably gets so many nude pictures of girls.
Oh my! Do they let them have that in prison?
No.
Oh, what a
No.
shame! What a shame. There's like one prison
literally
box full of them now.
Like I know at Temujin's prison, which is actually typical protocol, they open each letter. You cannot put, I mean, even if you want to put a sticker on it, like
Wow.
no, absolutely
Bullshit.
not.
That's bullshit.
Or a picture, or like literally nothing, absolutely nothing. A business card, like literally even a sticker. I'm not fucking kidding you. Even if it's like a little heart sticker saying I support you. Nope. And they read every single letter, and if there's anything in it that they deem not okay, even like I write stuff like fight the power and stuff. Oh hell no, you better not write that.
All right, can I get a suggestion to all of our male viewers and listeners? All right, you can't send a picture of your junk, guys. They won't allow it. So here's what I'm suggesting. Here's what I'm suggesting. You remember how at Thanksgiving back in kindergarten when you would draw a turkey using your hand?
Good idea. Good idea.
Draw it down right on the letter. You could even put it on the envelope, maybe. I don't know. I think you can get away with it. Just sketch your dong is what I'm saying.
Sketch your boobs.
And sketch your boobs.
Hey, who knows? They probably don't allow drawings either, but it's worth a try.
And I thought I lived in America. My bad.
Bananas.
Speaking of, that's what my drawing kind of looks like.
That sounds like a personal problem. You know what? Okay, I digress a little. But listen, when I was at the store and I was like going food shopping and stuff, they had so much eggplant stuff. They had eggplant dog pillows, eggplant ornaments, like and I'm like,
dog pillow?
Motherfuckers know what? I mean, I'm fine with it, but like, you know, some old people are just like, oh, this is nice. Let me put it in my kitchen. This isn't what it
throw pillows from the couch.
I'm totally gonna put this right next to my Julia Child book. Oh my God, I digress yet again. What is our next topic? Let's go to Nola, because that is breaking news from today.
Yeah.
Nola is one of my favorite fucking places in the world. I loved it there so much. Shout out to Rathbone, my buddy who's been on my show several times, who's in Nola. I'm sure you guys know him from his videos. Yeah, what happened is just, it's scary. And, you know, those of us who march in the streets a lot and stuff, we know we've all had that fear at least once. Yeah. Where you see a car that actually happened in Harrisburg about 2 months ago, but I took the video down. This woman, driver with a woman passenger, they came this close. I mean, this close. I got it all on video to us Palestine marchers. I happened to be live streaming at the time. It was terrifying. People ran out and said, stop. Now, we kind of determined that she was just an impatient Karen, but still, I mean, she was practically touching people. She was so fucking close. Yeah. So it was, I mean, ultimately I decided to take it down because it was very upsetting and very scary. But yeah, that's definitely, you know, a concern when you do stuff like this. So here's kind of what has happened throughout the day on that.
So it says breaking authorities have identified the driver in a New Orleans attack as Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S. citizen. His truck was allegedly crossed Eagle Pass, Texas 2 days ago. Had an ISIS flag on the back of his truck that they covered up on the scene. And when they say they, do they mean the police covered it up? Or
You'll see.
So here's my thing.
Yeah.
How's anybody driving around with an ISIS flag just like and able to drive around like that? I feel like you're going to get pulled over doing a lot of dumb shit, but an ISIS flag's almost a guarantee. You'd think.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that, and I almost think he would have had to put it up like a block away.
Oh yeah, and then
you know what I mean, just to like, because but also, and we'll get more into this, but I want to know why the cops covered it up with his jacket. That was interesting. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. All right. So there's a couple little videos attached to it as well. Do you want me to play any of them or jump to the next one? Okay. I don't know. I gotta say,
First of all, we do know
something that gets under my skin is just knowing that like this is going to be used to push all these various narratives about.
We'll get to that. Yep, we'll get to that.
All right.
First of all, we do know that the city of New Orleans was impacted by a terrorist attack. It's all still under investigation. You'll hear more after me. However, I have been in direct contact with the White House, with Governor Landry, and of course, a unified command who is present here. What I'm asking at this time are prayers for those who have lost their lives in the city of New Orleans due to this tragedy. In addition to that, I'm asking the public to stay clear of 8 blocks around Bourbon Street. Stay clear from Bourbon Street, 8 blocks around. Very active, and again, a unified command is in place right now. I'm going to ask Chief Kirkpatrick to give you an update. You're then going to hear from our agent in charge relative to the FBI.
All right.
So it's kind of like the first press conference type thing. And then I put another few videos. I see there's over 100 people watching right now. So I need everyone to smash like and subscribe. That helps my algorithm. And I appreciate it. Also throw in some comments. Unless you're going to be a douche canoe.
Yeah. If you're a douche canoe.
Good evening. I'm Shamsuddin Jabbar, property manager with Blue Meadow Properties and team lead at the Midas Group at Core Realty. I just want to say hello and let you know a little bit about me. So I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life, with the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist, where I learned the meaning of great service and what it means to be responsive and take everything seriously, dotting I's and crossing T's to make sure that things go off without a hit. Good evening. I'm Shamsuddin.
Gotta say, this dude comes off way more like somebody who was like a military Manchurian plant type person than a Luigi. I mean, what the fuck?
He's in the army.
That's literally for a decade.
Yeah, literally. But I want everyone to pay attention to the fact that he just said he was born and raised in Texas. Yeah. Because Alex Jones and other people are saying he's caught on camera 2 weeks ago going into Mexico. Do you know how
Yeah.
many people in Texas go to Mexico? Like pretty
Yeah,
much
sometimes every weekend to party.
Yeah, like a lot. So yeah,
Like
dude.
hundreds of thousands of Americans cross the border every year to get health care because it's cheaper there.
Yeah. So I think I put a few more videos. So that's kind of, he's like a white collar dude, is pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'm flabbergasted by the whole thing. I don't understand. Like, because I've seen it. Like, it's not just Alex Jones pushing it. Laura Loomer's pushing it. A bunch of the other far right like hacks are pushing it.
Well,
They're saying,
they're going to.
Well,
This
sure,
I
but
wanted to
like,
show.
hey, this is one of those terrorists from across the border we were telling you about. And it's like, but he's not from across the border. He was born in America. Like, what are you talking about across the border? Anyway.
So this I wanted to show you guys because Swifties are feds.
Wait, what?
Read the top.
All right. Thanks to all our new friends and Swifties who provided a little extra gear to our folks this weekend. Everything goes with camo. So wait, there were a bunch of Swifties there, and when the FBI showed up, they were like, "Oh, you FBI are Swifties for life now," or something. I don't understand.
We're giving you friendship bracelets because you're
to the FBI. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so not only does your music taste suck the hairiest, rankest balls that ever existed, but you're also fucking feds. Like, okay,
here's the thing, Joy. You're taking heavy risks right now. Not only are you taking the chance at pissing off the entire what do they call themselves? The Swift Hive, but you might also piss off the Swift herself. And as we know, she literally takes a private jet to go to the bathroom. So she might just come over there and put her foot in your ass. I'm just saying, watch out. Watch out.
I wish she would. I wish she would. Take your fucking spangly dress and shove it up your ass. Go ahead. I'll play some punk rock for you so you can learn what actual fucking music is.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, I gotta say though, I heard a metal band cover Blank Space by Taylor Swift, and I gotta say, it made the song 1,000 times better once it's just all screaming. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what that is, and I'm very happy about that. Just like you tried to subject me to some fucking Pop-Tart bullshit last week.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm not saying what it was because I don't want to hear
the best. I've already just like let it right out of my mind. Thank you, marijuana. All right. Next up, newly released photo shows New Orleans terrorist Shamsuddin Jabbar wearing the U.S. Army uniform, where he served for a decade. Look at that. It looks like they used him for like for PR stuff. This is getting weird. That's kind of weird. It's a little weird. Okay.
Dude, you know what? People on the interwebs literally, like, within 2 minutes of knowing this dude's name, they're like, here's him in a video, here's him in a photo. Like,
it's crazy, right?
Social media are fucking geniuses. It's incredible. Yes. Scary, yet incredible.
Yes.
What else did I put in there?
Pull up the next one. Yeah, it's definitely it definitely doesn't feel right. Definitely gives off a certain vibe like, hey, we just busted these 2 terrorists. They were gonna blow up all of Manhattan, and it's like, okay, who are the terrorists? And it's like, oh, they're a couple of mentally handicapped guys who we've been pushing for 3 years, and they finally said, well, just do whatever you say, leave us alone. And it's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? I don't know. I see that happen a lot with the FBI. And now you got an actual military man a decade in. I don't know. It all feels weird. I'm getting a vibe. Does this have audio? Hold on.
Devices, IED. Weapons and potential improvised explosive devices, IEDs, were located in the subject's vehicle. Other potential IEDs were also located in the French Quarter. As of now, 2 IEDs have been found and rendered safe. The FBI Special Agent Bomb Technicians, as well as our local law enforcement partners, have been working to determine if any of these devices are viable, and they'll work to render those devices safe. The FBI, we are working with our partners to investigate this as an act of terrorism. We're aggressively running down all of the leads to identify the possible subject's associates. We're working to ensure that there is no further threat. We do not believe that Jabbar was solely responsible. We are aggressively running down every lead, including those of his known associates. That's why we need the public's help. We are asking if anybody has any interactions with Samsoud Dim Jabbar in the last 72 hours that you contact us. The FBI is asking the public's help. We're asking anyone who has information, video, or pictures to provide it to the FBI. We have set up a digital tip line as well as our 1-800 number, 1-800-CALL-FBI. Please provide us with any information that can assist us in this investigation.
So they think there's multiple people. Can I jump to another weird conspiracy? I was just thinking about how,
if you go to the next slide, it's proven that there are more.
Well, I guess what's weird to me is this is not the first time we've had a bunch of like surprise hidden bombs from a terror suspect that didn't go off. They were just, so they're either really bad at building bombs or I don't know. Again, it feels like props. You know what I mean?
No, you have to read further and see what happened because that's actually not what happened.
All right, let's pull up the next.
Excuse me, my nose is running.
Don't worry.
This is why over 100 people are watching my show because I blow my fucking nose.
She's real like that, folks. She'll do
I'm
it.
real like that, dude. I'm fucking real. I've had the hiccups so many times on this fucking show.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna find. Okay, I'm speeding this dude up because I can't stand the sound of his voice, so I'm gonna at least make it a little more fun.
So in New Orleans, after a despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours, to all the families of those who were killed, to all those who are injured, to all the people in New Orleans who are grieving today, I want you to know, I grieve with you. Our nation grieves with you. We're going to stand with you as you mourn and as you heal in the weeks to come. I want to thank our brave first responders and law enforcement personnel who stopped the attacker in his tracks before he could kill or injure even more people. I want to thank you to everyone at the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, including the FBI, working nonstop to investigate this heinous act. The FBI is leading the investigation to determine what happened, why it happened, whether there was any continuing threat to public safety. Here's what we know so far. The FBI has reported to me the killer was an American citizen, born in Texas. He served in the United States Army on active duty for many years. He also served in the Army Reserve until a few years ago. The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack. Possible explosives were found in the vehicle as well, and more explosives were found nearby. The situation is very fluid, and the investigation has a preliminary stage. And the fact is that right now, there you go. The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any connections, associations, or co-conspirators.
Okay, first I just have to point out that when you increase Biden's recording speed by 50%, he sounds like a normal human, and you could listen to him speak. It's like, oh, it's like talking to a normal person almost. Almost. I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah.
Is that the end of it?
That was the end of that clip that you said. There was more.
I was gonna say, like, it's the most energized I've ever seen him because you set it up. Like,
yeah.
He was actually not like, pausing and saying, Jack, things like that. So that was productive in that respect. But yeah, I mean, he did say he was a United States citizen, which is correct. However, when I'm watching this, and he's talking about the ISIS flag and stuff, the only thing I can think of is that would he have had any connection to ISIS if he wasn't in the military? Like,
Yeah.
that's how people meet groups like ISIS, because they're in the fucking military, and he was likely stationed in the Middle East. I mean, people don't just, look into these things randomly usually. Like, it's usually because they're indoctrinated or what have you. And I mean,
But we just watched the video of the guy and his real estate business. I don't understand. Like, literally, I noticed on the wall behind the guy when he's doing his little real estate video, there was like a framed picture of a little kid drawing of a dinosaur. I assume his kid drew it or something. And what I don't understand is how you could be like, I don't know, an army man, a family man, a guy who runs a real estate business. You care enough about human beings that you put a kid's drawing on the wall. And then, like, a couple of years after that, you go absolute apeshit terrorist and kill a bunch of people and join ISIS? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because other people are not human to terrorists. They're not fucking human. And when I call him a terrorist, I'm not even necessarily referring to it being ISIS. I'm saying when you kill multiple people at one time, it is a terrorist act. Whether, there was an ISIS flag or not, that's a terrorist act by definition. So, but when you're in the service, you are taught to look at people as numbers. You are taught to shoot first, ask questions later. That is bred into you. And the fact that he was in it for 10 years and then reserves, who is surprised that he committed violence?
That's a very good point. I've talked to many servicemen and women who talk about how the military, it turns on a switch inside you, the killer switch. And when you leave, they don't turn it back off. They don't decommission the killer inside you that they awoke. That was their job, to get you to kill, but they will not, I don't know. It's sick. It's so sick.
I think I have one or two more on this.
Let's pull up the next one. Bing. I got it.
Still have over 100 viewers. Smash like and subscribe, guys. That's the only way my algorithm gets better.
Just a final question here for not just people in Louisiana that are watching, but people coast to coast that are watching tonight. Are you getting the sense that there's any threat of any other potential attacks tonight on any other major cities?
I can't answer that. I can, but I won't.
Is New Orleans safe tonight?
Yes, but we're still in the process of tightening up security. We're still in the process of doing everything that we possibly can. The governor's called out the National Guard. We've got more FBI coming. We've got Homeland Security people. We've got state troopers who've done an awesome job. We've got the NOPD. We're doing everything we can. But like I say, there's a lot of information out there. Some of it's accurate.
Okay, so the fact that he said, I could say, but I won't say, wouldn't he just say, no, I don't have any other information about anything taking place anywhere else? But the fact that he's like, well, I can't say, sorry, that worries me.
Yeah, that's very weird way to word that. It feels very intentional, like you're trying to thread that needle.
Like, he just gave himself away. If something does happen somewhere else, he could have stopped it. And we know for a fact by the way he answered that.
Well, let's not forget something else did happen, and we're still trying to figure out what that was. We can jump
there
to that.
were multiple things that happened.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that too.
Well, I got one more on this topic that you sent me. Going back to the explosives. It says investigators have reviewed video of 3 men and a woman placing explosives in probe of New Orleans attack, document shows. I don't understand why all these people are placing dud bombs. Like, again, I'm not saying I want anyone blown up, but again, it is very weird.
I don't know that they were, because I saw in another clip, it said that they have been undetonated. I don't know if that's the word, but they have been disarmed. So I don't know for a fact that they weren't going to. It's just, it implied they got them before they did.
Well, I mean, what was
I
there?
don't want to be presumptuous.
I don't know.
Who knows? But it's still fucking crazy shit.
It's crazy, and again, it all just gives off this weird vibe. You know, it's like how okay. Here's my ultimate conspiracy point. Dude was in the military for 10 years, and apparently he cannot construct a working bomb. I don't know. Something about it feels.
Maybe that wasn't his job. Maybe his job was what he did.
Running people over. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it.
I don't know. Well, he's unalive now, so we'll never know. But
hey guys, I just want to remind everybody that at some point in your life, things are gonna suck for you. It just happens. Life's a roller coaster. While you're at the bottom of that roller coaster, I want you to remember to have compassion for your fellow humans and not just think I'm taking it out on everybody. I'm so tired of whether it's terror attacks. It's all terror attacks, in my opinion. If you go and just shoot up a bunch of random people, you're just trying to terrorize people. But at the end of the day, good God, people, if you're feeling low, there's better ways to deal with it than that. I don't know what else to say. Don't hurt people.
I don't think this was feeling low. This was motivated, either politically or spiritually or what have you. There was a reason for this.
I'm just saying, like, you saw him in that real estate video. A dude like that doesn't just like give in to whatever this was. This is like a long process or something, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me just to see somebody who's like a clear, upstanding American-born citizen. And then,
yeah, but I didn't see a date of when that video was from. That could be 5 years old.
3 years ago. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
So a lot can change during that time.
I mean, COVID. Maybe he has COVID brain. I don't know. Jesus Christ.
You just got my stream taken down.
Oh, I did? For saying.
Well, you said the C word. You can't say the C word. They'll take my show down.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Damn
that was
it.
the thing that happened. I didn't know.
All right. What is the next topic?
Oh, geez. Sorry. Can I say bird flu? I don't know. I'm kidding.
Probably not.
I don't know. I don't know the future. I don't know what I can say anymore.
This.
Sorry. All right. Let's get the next one here. Well, let's jump on to the what's going down in Vegas. What the F? What the F?
And you know, I was looking through like my memories, and on January 1st, like several years, there was like big events like this that happened on January 1st. It's like people are like, oh, you really want to see a happy new year? Watch how this fucking year starts out, dude. Let's fucking watch. We're going to start off with a bang.
All right. Ugh.
Copy.
We're just going to let it play again. I'm pretty sure that's a person there standing next to luggage. I hope they're okay.
Copy.
I heard there were like 7 people injured.
Wait, listen. Play it again and listen.
Yeah.
Copy.
Okay, so my question is, number one, why is there a person watching that while filming? And number two, why is he saying copy after it explodes? Whoever took that video obviously fucking knew it was going to happen.
Well, look at the angle of it, though. Have you been to Vegas recently?
No, I've never been to Vegas.
Oh, Vegas is up with New York as one of the most surveilled states in the world, or places in the world. So when you go to Vegas, every single street corner has this giant creepy stalk, and on the stalk there's all these cameras and sound recorders.
But he had zero reaction. Zero. He was like, holy fuck, there was an explosion.
I think he's watching it after the fact. I think they're watching. They went back and.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's still insane.
It's fucking weird.
It's fucking insane. Apparently, it was a rented car, so he didn't even buy a Cybertruck. He rented one, and he was in the driver's seat when it went off. So he's toast, and that sucks.
He was in the driver's seat?
Supposedly.
So, but at this point, we do not know for a fact if it was done by him or done by someone else or done by a malfunction of the car itself.
Yes, we don't know.
Now, if it was a malfunction with the car, holy fuck, Elon is in so much shit. Look at that.
Yeah. I mean,
I just find it really coincidental that it has something to do with Elon, and it was literally in front of the Trump Hotel.
Well, yeah, and that's going to connect to what I'm going to be talking about in a bit. There's been a lot of guff between MAGA and Elon Musk in the last week, and I'm going to be discussing that here in just a bit. Do you want me to jump to the next video you sent me?
Yes.
The battery blew it.
So I know looking at that initial explosion, it would be easy to think, oh, maybe somebody put a bomb in the car. People got to know about these lithium ion batteries. I don't know if anybody's ever seen just the lithium ion battery, the thin little one that comes in your phone. I don't know if you've ever seen one in person when it gets exposed to air or if it catches fire otherwise. The explosion is immense. And so what I'm saying is, looking at that, my brain doesn't go to terrorist bomb. It goes to lithium ion battery, catches fire, explodes. I don't know. But
if that's the case, the question is, how did it catch fire?
Well, the thing is this is not the first Cybertruck to catch fire.
That's not fire. That's a fucking explosion.
Well, I'm saying if the fire starts in the battery compartment, you don't know that there's a fire going down until boom. You know, somehow. And I'll tell you what, I saw. I've had my battery explode. I once had a cell phone fall into a campfire, pulled it out, but not in time. Not in time. And the explosion was out of this world. You don't even know. It was like a firework going off, like a big one. Yeah, laugh away. It's pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but that is such a Josh thing to happen. That's So Josh, but like, I'm sorry, like after the hell you went through trying to meet up with me in Philly and shit, like,
Shit happens. Shit happens. Sometimes your
oh
cell
my
phone falls into the campfire. It happens.
Sorry. Okay. Next, we're talking about MAGA and the Civil War with MAGA.
Yeah, this has been so crazy. Have you been following much of it at all?
No, I haven't. That's why when you gave me the promo to put on my stream, I was like, I don't even know what this is.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm obsessed with this story this week. I am obsessed with this story this week because for the last, I don't know, 16 plus years in the Democratic Party, I have seen the Democrats every election somehow manage to shoot themselves in both legs every time. Like it's like it's their job. And I'm always like, how are they this dysfunctional? Well, this week, MAGA has gone to war with itself. And to see the other party in disarray and in such dysfunction, it brings my heart a little bit of joy. I'm a Schadenfreude addict. What can I say? So let me tell you a little bit about.
It's interesting because that's the first thing I thought when you told me, well, they're going at each other, because something I've always said since 2015, 2016 is that the left, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, is so divisive, and there's so many different sects of, well, these are the anti-imperialist left, and these are the vote blue no matter who left, and I mean, people who call themselves left anyway, we'll say.
Yeah.
But anyway, and Republicans are pretty unified. Like,
yeah.
I've never really seen them argue about anything at all. They pretty much all believe the same things. And you could say, well, that's because it's a cult. Yeah, there's some truth to that, but I think it's just like they don't waver on their beliefs. The Dems do.
Yeah, it's true. But apparently their beliefs, that's the problem. Musk and the other billionaires have changed those beliefs after the vote, and Trump backed them, and now MAGA is not happy. So let's jump into it. I instead of going through the article, I pulled the article up because that's where I found a lot of good links to many of the posts.
What is this? Where's this published?
This is from the Intelligencer. This was Chas Danner at the Intelligencer. It's called "Who's Winning the MAGA Musk Civil War?" But I added some new stuff because this was from 2 days ago. So I've added a few additional things as well. Let me pull up the next thing. But anyways, to give you just a little taste of what all is happening here. So a few days ago, about 6-7 days ago, I think it was Ramaswamy had made a post about, oops, I pulled up the wrong one. Give me a second here. Don't pull that one up. That's what I get for trying to talk and pull it up at the same time here. Okay. But anyways, so Ramaswamy makes this post, and I'm pulling it up right now. And in it, he is trying to defend H-1B visas. And he's saying, hey, these things are great, and here's why. Or basically, he detracts from America and talks about why American workers suck. Again, this is the dude Trump tapped to be the Doge guy, the Department of General Efficiency or Government Efficiency or whatever it is. So here's some of the shit that he had said. He says things like, our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 90s and likely longer. That doesn't start in college. It starts young. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. So anyways, his ultimate point is he's trying to say America just doesn't have it. We don't have the kind of skills that billionaires need. And that's the point that he's making. So anyways, after Ramaswamy makes this point, he starts getting piled on by MAGA. because they're like, y'all, did you miss the election we just ran? We voted so that Americans get those jobs. And now you're saying we can't do these jobs? So Elon Musk joins in. And that's when things get so fucking great. Let me pull this next one up.
Now, Swami already has this position, correct?
Yes.
Like
he was already.
He has it.
Because it's not a real government position. So
Right.
maybe not. That's the thing.
That's
they're still
the thing.
3 weeks away.
Trump could be like, bye.
He might do it to both of them after this mess. I don't know, but we'll show you later on. Trump seems to take their side, weirdly enough. Anyways, pull up this next one. So somebody is, and I should mind you, I didn't get the post above it, but the post above it is a simp for Elon, but who is also a MAGA person. And he's like, hey, Elon, we don't want non-Americans in these jobs. We want Americans in these jobs. To which Elon responds, he says, the reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. Look at Joy right now. She's like, what did he say?
Oh my God. Why the fuck am I cheering for this douche canoe on the inside? What the fuck?
I
Send
know.
that to me, damn it.
I will state this. This is good to know. Elon Musk did not come here on an H-1B visa. He came here on a student visa, and then he dropped out and then worked illegally in America, which, by the way, according to Trump during the campaign, at least, if you lied on your applications when you were immigrating here, you will have whatever status you have revoked and you will be deported. We'll see whether or not that applies to Elon Musk. Let's go to the next one.
Like asterisk, if you have less than $1 billion.
Yeah, if you have less than $1 billion. Yeah. That makes sense. Why not? So yeah, for whatever reason, Elon Musk needed to ratchet that up to level 1 billion. I don't know.
And has Trump responded?
Oh, I'll get there. So anyways, on to the next. Scott Adams posted a post from Neera Tanden where she's talking about, she says, as an Indian American who was born here, it's crystal clear that the Democratic Party sees me as an American, and a large part of the base of the Republican Party does not. I hope Indian Americans remember this moment at the next election. All right. I didn't include this, but I should note this. A big part of this was Laura Loomer made this big post where she called out one Indian dude that Trump nominated. I don't even remember to what position, like a AI chief or some chief. I don't remember what it was. And she just went off on a huge racist tirade about why are you giving these positions to non-white people? Because, she loves white people. And really just went off. So this is in response to that. And Scott Adams says, MAGA is taking a page from the Democrats on how to lose elections while feeling good about themselves. And so now Elon, again, they're on the right side here because they're standing up to idiotic racism. But again, let us not forget that they used that idiotic racism not just a month ago to get elected. Okay? So Elon Musk says, after he says Republicans are now basically going to lose elections to feel good about themselves, Elon says yes, and those contemptible fools must be removed from the Republican Party, root and stem. And then a Republican dude down at the bottom says, why are you calling 80 million Trump voters contemptible fools? Because again, to say that racists are contemptible and they are foolish, I agree with that statement, but you motherfuckers ran on racism. That was your whole campaign. Do I not remember everybody holding up signs that said deport them all? I remember those signs at the RNC. I remember this. So, I don't know. Yeah, it gets better.
So
It gets
Trump
better.
hasn't responded.
Trump has responded. I'm getting there. Let me get there.
Well, I'm waiting with bated breath. I'm like, what did Trump say? He's probably like calling Elon like freaking out.
Oh my
Delete
God.
that. Oh my God.
All right. So okay, to that earlier one, I have to jump this one in because it's too funny. Here's Steve Bannon responding to the "Go fuck yourself" post from Elon. He says, "Somebody please notify Child Protective Services. Need to do a wellness check on this toddler."
To Elon?
Yes, Steve Bannon just called Elon Musk a toddler. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Eee.
Holy
Too funny.
fuck.
Too funny.
This is what working on Temujin's case like is like. I haven't been online and I've missed so much good stuff.
No worries. I'll fill you in. I got you.
This is why, if you guys haven't noticed, we don't discuss our topics beforehand so that we can be just as surprised with each other when we go live.
Yeah, we get better live reactions that way, I've noticed. So it works. All right, let me pull this next one up. So anyways, Ann Coulter, of course, she's joining into the fight here. So Vish Bura had posted, "Ask yourself, if some Indian fresh off the boat getting 3 to 4 months of training is able to fool an American that they're actually a seasoned 7 to 8 year professional, why can't we just train Americans to do that? Why import anyone?" And Coulter says, "American workers can leave a company. Imported H-1B workers can't." And this is what it's about here, folks. Tech wants indentured servants, not high-skilled workers. And this is the ultimate crux of the argument for people who are on the MAGA.
Wait. She said that?
Yeah. So she's now, it's so funny. They're arguing using many of the things that the people on the left have been pointing out, but they're now using it to attack Elon Musk for not being far right enough. I don't know. This whole thing is getting so wild. So wild.
But that brings me back to my point, and don't come at me because I'm telling the truth. There is some kind of populist message in some of the Republican talking points. Just like how Bernie's or Trump supporters in 2016 said Bernie was their second choice. There is still some kind of, there's still a link in some respect to some of the, like all of us, I'm telling you, all of us have had Trump supporters follow us, maybe one or two, but because they can identify with what we say about class war, needing medical care, things like this, there is still some semblance of unifying message in there somewhere.
All right, I'm going to bring up this next one. I do want to reiterate before I pull it down. Again, it's about this line right here. Imported H-1B workers cannot leave the company. If you lose your job when you are an H-1B visa worker, you can and occasionally are immediately deported. Immediately. Okay? What this creates is a situation where it is beneficial to a billionaire to fire, let's say, their American employees, replace them with H-1B workers who you can pay at a fraction of the rate. And then you know they're going to work harder because if at any point you fire them, they lose their place in the country they are trying to live in. So I'm going to bring up the next thing. This is going to blow your mind when you see these stats because I didn't know. And when I found this out, I was fucking furious. Wait till you see this. This is insanity. All right. Tech giants secure work visas for tens of thousands of foreigners while kicking out existing employees to the curb. Now, again, I am all about I believe in immigration. I do. But I'm trying to argue from the MAGA point of view because I'm trying to see why they are having a civil war, why they're at each other's throats. So that's what I'm discussing right now. Get a load of these numbers, y'all. U.S. tech giants have been sacking employees in droves while simultaneously importing tens of thousands of foreign workers. Amazon, Google, and Microsoft have laid off at least 27,000 for Amazon, 12,000 for Google, 16,000 for Microsoft, that many employees, respectively, since 2022. However, in that roughly 3-year period, the companies have secured at least 61,000 H-1B visas combined for foreign workers. So they laid off nearly 60,000 people in America, and then they hired back 60,000 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get paid way, way less and to have no rights. So that you are basically
for transparency, what article is it? Like, where is this published?
This one right here is from the Daily Caller. Obviously, it's far right, but I pulled this one up because I saw these numbers, and the numbers is what grabbed me. So when I pulled it up, I actually just saw it as an MSN article, but apparently it's MSN connecting to the Daily Caller. But still, the numbers is what I think is incredibly important to note here. It is insane. Why would you fire 60,000 Americans and then hire 60,000 people other than it's just a way to get more money and more power? And they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about Americans. All the America First shit was absolute bullshit. They pulled the rug, guys, and welcome to the Civil War. The Civil War is people being so angry that after everything you told them, now you're telling them something else entirely. Let's jump to the next one here.
Before you even get into office.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the craziest part. All they had to do was shut their fucking mouths for a month and a half. That's all they had to do. And then get in power and do whatever you want. But they're fucking it up already, and they got 3 weeks before they're even in power. I love it. I love it. Anyway, let's get this next one up here. Oh my god. I'll kick that one out. Let's do this. Oh, let's get to Laura Loomer. I gotta pull her in here because boy, no one is feeling the pain like Laura Loomer in the last few days. Wait till you see this. You'll love this. So Laura Loomer played a big role in really sparking a lot of this off and starting a lot of these fights. I mean, she wasn't the only one. There's a lot of people who are like, no, we all agreed, no immigrants. But Laura Loomer really got a lot of people pissed, the billionaire supporters and whatnot. And anyways, Laura Loomer had her account demonetized, had her verification check removed, had her subscriptions all ended, and her subscribers are now blocked from her account. Elon Musk did all of this in absolute super bitterness. And now for the last 3 days, Laura Loomer has been in this rage / poor me, just going on and on about all the things that X has done to her because she spoke out against Elon. She says, I didn't change my profile pic. That's a lie by X to cover up the fact that they just nuked the check mark on my account and my subscriptions because I dared to criticize the H-1B visas today. My profile pic has been the same for months, me and my sweet dog I rescued from China. I'm going to pull up the next one for me.
It says I rescued from China. I can't.
But
it doesn't say that?
It does.
Oh my god, I cannot. It's like I'm just gonna throw that in there to make it seem like, hello, this is why I care about immigrants. I love my dog.
I love my Chinese dog.
That is so superfluous to what she's talking about. That was put in there because of hello, dogs from China. Why do you hate Chinese dogs? You're a fucking racist.
Oh, I should jump this one in real quick before we jump to the next Laura Loomer post. Miguel H. said, I suppose they still have to pay those workers no less than minimum wage, right? Well, if you're on an H-1B visa, I believe that is the case. But again, think of it this way. You go into the tech industry, like you're working at, let's say, Google or Amazon or Microsoft, and you're thinking, I need a good job in the tech industry. Well, now you can end up in the tech industry in a good job that just happens to pay you minimum wage because you're from India. I mean, I don't know. There's something really, really fucked up about this. Like, I totally understand why MAGA feels like they got the rug pulled, because they did. They really did. Look at this one. Laura Loomer says here, this is so good. She says, I can't even post my videos today on the terror attack because X has limited my ability to post long videos. You can't post long form videos when you don't have a check. They charged my card for it and I still can't access it. So Elon's still taking her money, but he's completely basically cut her out of her own whole thing. Oh my God. And she says she's contacted them like 10 times, no reply. Oh my God. It's the whole leopards eating your face party thing. You know, it's like Laura Loomer's thinking, man, I'll never get my face eaten. Look at me. I suck that boot so hard. And now, I mean, here it is. Like, sorry, your boy Trump hooked up with the world's richest man, and he chose the world's richest man. So let's go to the next one. All right.
It sounds like Elon's fighting for immigrants harder than Biden did.
I mean, it's kind of insane. I didn't expect for the billionaire class to suddenly be like, actually, H-1B visas are super important. There's one I didn't include because I couldn't
expect
find
this to
it.
stick. I think this is like a social media like temper tantrum. I don't think like 6 months from now he's still gonna be like, yo, like, and giving the same kind of fire about this. I really don't think he will.
Well, I should note this. I couldn't find the post to it. I was looking for it, but I did see it with my own eyes, so I know it's real. But there was a post where Elon responded to somebody who was trying to defend Ramaswamy by basically, he used the ableist slur, the R word, to say Americans are the R word. And that's why H-1B visas are important, because we need the highest quality workers and Americans just ain't it. And Elon responded to that. That's true. So Elon said Americans are the R word. And that's why they need to hire people from India. I mean, MAGA is so mad right now. Anyway, here's another Laura Loomer post, or one about Laura Loomer. This is from Kylie Jane Krimmer. She says, I can't even mention at Laura Loomer without being penalized. 10 minutes after posting about her, almost all replies have been marked as spam. What's going on, Elon Musk? This is suppression of free speech. There is no other way to spend this. I mean, Laura Loomer has what is it the dude says in Network? You have meddled with the prime forces of reality, Laura Loomer.
She said oppression?
Yeah. Oh, no. She said
oppression.
No, she said this is suppression of free speech.
Oh, suppression. I was going to say, because that's funny if she said oppression. I digress.
But she's right. Literally, these people's free speech is being suppressed. I don't agree with Laura Loomer. I think she's a racist.
He's salty because they're talking about him.
It's incredible.
I don't know, having that, that kind of power. I don't know, man.
Yep.
Free speech unless you talk about me.
Oh my God, it's too good. All right, let me see if I thought I had it pulled up here, but I'm just noticing that I don't. So give me 2 seconds to find it. But Trump at New Year's, he was asked by a reporter about this whole mess, and he did make a response. So give me 1 second.
After he cried in the fetal position.
Well, okay, I'll tell you this, and my apologies, just because I should have had it pulled up. I thought I did, but apparently not. But what he said was the following. He said, "Oh, I support HB1 visas. I always have. I've never changed my position on this." And what's amazing is if you go back to 2016, he says, "Yeah, I use them right now, and I'm telling you they're unfair. I'm telling you they should be illegal. I'm telling you that we need to get rid of them because they're being used to take away jobs from Americans." In 2020, he said, "We're going to end those H-1B visas. You just got to reelect me, folks." And now in 2024, he's saying, "Actually, I love HB1 visas. I use them on my own properties, and I've never changed my view on this." And he's backing Ramaswamy, and he's backing Elon Musk. And MAGA is not happy. They really feel, because he said multiple times for 8 years that he was going to get rid of them, that now he's totally for them. They feel like that was a lie, which is weird because Trump's never lied to them before. You know, he's known to be a truth teller, I heard.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. You know, is there a video of him saying these things?
there is. I got to find it. If you go ahead and talk for a minute, and I'll locate it. I will locate it.
Oh, that's okay, because we have more to get to. Don't
Okay,
worry
we'll jump
about
to the
it.
next thing. It is quite real, I swear. I thought I had it pulled up, but I guess I didn't because it disappeared on me.
That's really interesting, though. I mean, the one thing I will say to MAGA is don't worry. There's a lot of other ways and a lot of other people he can still deport.
Mm-hmm.
That's only one visa.
Yep. Well, I think we're jumping to our next thing, the New Year's roast. Are you ready for that?
I can't. Is that the last, or do you have a topic as well?
Oh, no, I guess that's pretty much the end of that. I was going to show that Trump video.
I want to end on a happy.
I'm sorry. I guess I'll just wrap the Trump segment by saying this. I think that this is, I don't know, it gives me genuine hope to know that, like, the horrible dysfunctional family that I come from is not a one-off. Apparently, the Republicans can't keep their shit together either. And they're currently tearing each other's throats out. And I love it. I love it. Please, more civil war. Thank you.
As in verbal civil war on social media.
Well, obviously, I don't support war. I just want Republicans to fight with each other so they're not taking rights away from us.
What an oxymoron, civil war.
Yeah, right?
So we're going to close it out with 2 videos that almost made me pee my pants. Shout out to Whitney Cummings. What a queen.
We're ending it on jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes, folks. Let's do it.
And let me just preface this with, she's standing next to Andy Cohen. And I don't know if you guys remember who this piece of shit is, but in 2015 and 2016, he was like top 5 Bernie basher, like, all you Bernie bros, and you're, Hillary is the queen, and blah, 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 you're all racist and sexist and this, that, and the other. And he is one of the top shit libs in media. He is insufferable. And just as you watch this, keep in mind that he is standing next to her when she says these things.
2024 election fried our brains. The Democrats couldn't hold a primary because they were too busy holding a body upright. Are we still rolling? Am I off?
Go for it.
It was amazing that the pro-choice party didn't give their voters one when it came to the presidential candidate. Kamala was forced on us so hard you'd think she was patented by Pfizer or Moderna, whichever one's. Oh, God. Andy just gave me a very scary look.
No!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
2020.
Awesome. Oh, that's good.
And then we have one more. I almost wish I would have watched that show just to see her
light America's asses on fire collectively.
She's like, people are destroying her, of course, because how dare you disrespect the Democrats? And she's like, but tell me where I lied. You
Yeah.
didn't. That's the point. That's why they're so incensed. Let's see. Here we go.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I love going around the country because you see that Americans really are more reasonable than they would be portrayed. They're pretty great, and I'm playing bigger and bigger venues now. I thought being a mom would mean that less people would want to come see me. I'm now playing, like 3,000 seat theater, which is about the viewership of CNN these days. Not this show, though.
Nice.
All eyes are on this show.
Wow, you're all Andy and I had a tour. We did like 3,000 people. Yes.
He cut her off so damn fast. I love it. She's not getting asked back next year.
No. But that's okay. She could probably make maybe make less money, but get more viewers going and doing like a YouTube broadcast or something at this point. It's been a rough year.
Said they had 3,000 viewers.
Oof.
I love it.
That's
Queen.
good stuff.
I love it. All right. Well, there are about 150 viewers. Please smash the like, subscribe. That is the only thing that helps my algorithm. Again, 2 weeks from today, I am flying out to interview Temujin in prison in Michigan. If you would like to chip in to help me with my hotel stays and my flights, you can go to Buy Me a Coffee, Joy Marie Mann. And of course, it is so very much appreciated. Thank you all so much for tuning in and spending.
Before you evacuate, we got to name our Grand Marshal this week.
I'll get there.
So okay. My bad.
For Grand Marshal, I think so. For those who are new, every week this, our show is called
What's our show called?
Death Parade. So I do a lot of shows. Capitalist Death Parade. And so we nominate a stooge, a grand wizard to march everyone off the cliff each year or each week. So I know usually you want to name Elon, and I'm just like, oh God, I'm over it. This year or this week, you can't.
Okay.
You can't pick him.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
I kind of want to pick like Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper just for being such fucking dumbasses.
I'm into it because I can't stand either of them.
It was just like, it was beautiful seeing their pain. And they likely cried in the fetal position after they got off the air and like punched their pillow. And I love it. I fucking love it. So we'll give her the crown, Queen Whitney, and we will give them the dunce hats.
Yep. You guys are our Grand Marshals this week. Thanks for marching everybody off the cliff. We couldn't do it without you.
So thank you so much, Josh, for joining me. And do you want to plug your show?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much my whole life is this show right now because I've been so busy. But I would just suggest to everybody this year, love one another. Like that's my message for the rest of your life. But it's definitely my message for 2025. Please love one another. It's all we can do, and I hope that you do. And I love you guys, and I love you, Joy.
I love you too. And we always do a song every week. So all you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need.
Love is all you need.
Love is all we need. I'll do it as Gwen because I can't sing. I'll go. All you need is love. All you need is love.
We actually have multiple viewers who have told me they only tune in to hear your impersonations of the chick.
Oh yeah, I get like fangirl requests all the time. Like, just a girl. Like, I can't sing for shit, but you know what? I can do Gwen. So I'm so proud of that. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Again, much love. You guys are amazing. I have been doing this show for 8 years, and I consider myself very lucky to have viewers and have people listen to what I have to say, and it's really amazing. So hoping this year brings at least some good things. But yes, give someone a hug, and tell them you love them, because
Yeah.
it's good to hear.
And don't
So-
wait for good. Don't wait for good. Make good.
Yes, yes. Everyone do something kind. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you next week on Monday. I have some great guests coming up. I may go live one more time, but before Monday, but definitely Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again, you guys. Much love.
And we'll see you next week on the Capitalist Death Parade.
Mwah.